Ablative armour, pulse phasers, quantum torpedoes. It's a tough little ship. I'm back with Star Trek and the legendary USS Defiant from Deep Space Nine. This 1:1000 scale Polar Lights kit doesn't have many parts. In fact, it only has 8 main parts, with some smaller bits and the clear pieces. But I shall be lighting it, and at this scale that's not easy. Other than the red registry markings, I'm not going to use the decals. I'll mask and paint instead. Let's begin with the windows, and because of the scale it is, they aren't in the mould, so I'll apply the decals as markers for where to drill. I'm going to use a 0.5 drill bit. It is a bit big, but it's the smallest I have for my USB drill. The front piece for the warp nacelle, which also houses the pulse phaser cannon, is solid, so I'll have to drill to be able to fit a 3mm red LED to light the bussard. Now I'll mask the aft of the nacelles as they will be sprayed clear blue. For light blocking, I did a couple of coats of black and then white. With the engine and deflector parts masked, I also light blocked them. For the plasma vents, I light blocked, and then, as the small area that's supposed to light up is raised, I just scraped off the paint. I've masked off this area between the warp nacelle housings. I sprayed it chrome and then I sprayed clear red with black highlights. However, I come back to this in a bit. The bussard's clear red and the impulse array clear blue. I can't of course use the vertical rod that comes with it as it's not hollow, so I'll use one of my metal straws. Though they are slightly wider, so I'll have to re-drill the holes. Onto the lighting, and I'll start with the reflector array. Solder a resistor onto the LED and then red cable for positive, black for negative. Now back to this part where I earlier did chrome and clear red. I actually don't like the way it turned out, so I'm going to light it. So I drilled out where the red is and filed them down, leaving the black bars. Onto the impulse engines and the blue LED here. The bottom parts of the engine housing don't sit in very well, so I drilled the holes a little bigger. And that fits fine. A quick test for the warp and impulse lights and we're good. 2 more holes have to be drilled to allow the cables from the engines in. For the ventral windows and plasma vents, I'll prepare 4 white LED strips. Now all the reds go together and black together, adding another 2 lengths to run down to the base. And it's lighting up nicely. Then seal it up. I'll use mask all for the plasma vents and mask the areas necessary for putting on the main coat. And the main colour I'm using is XF19 Sky Grey. As mentioned earlier, I'm not using the decals. I'll begin the long process of masking. I mix the XF19 Sky Grey and XF54 Medium Grey together to get a slightly darker colour for parts of the panels. Now mask again and spray XF54 Medium Grey for the other sections. And I think that turned out great. Onto the top section, and there's a lot of masking to do here. Once done, I'll spray the mix of 19 and 54. Now mask again for XF54. I'm very happy the way it turned out. I mask again and I'll do this desert yellow. And once again, this time NATO black. After a gloss coat, I applied the decals. And there you go, the USS Defiant NX74205. Every panel painted, every light placed. Now she takes her place on the shelf, not just as a model, but as a memory to my favourite Star Trek series, Deep Space Nine. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of one of Starfleet's finest, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. There's a lot more to come. For now though, I'll leave you with this tough little ship.